Hello everyone. Today let us understand heart health, especially the impact of cholesterol on heart health. See, most of the people have a misconception that cholesterol is bad. Ideally, cholesterol is not bad. Cholesterol has many functions to do. It can help in cell membrane functioning. Whenever there is a change in the temperature, it acts as a buffer, which otherwise will damage the cells. Cholesterol is required for vitamin D synthesis, which is also essential for strengthening the bones. Cholesterol is also, required in producing the bile acid, which is essential for the digestion. How many of you know that brain contains 25% of our cholesterol, and it plays a major role in our memory capability? So cholesterol is essential, but when it exceeds the limit, it can become dangerous. Now let us understand the types of cholesterol. The first cholesterol is LDL, low density lipoprotein, or in layman language we also call it as bad cholesterol. What it does is it carries cholesterol from liver to all the cells because cells need for better functioning. But when this becomes excess, then it can clog the arteries. That's why it's also called as bad cholesterol. Ideally it should be maintained for less than 100. Up to 145 is also okay. Then we have something called as HDL, which is also called as high density lipoprotein or good cholesterol. What it does is whatever the cholesterol that is there in the bloodstream, it carries back that to the liver, and liver takes care of excretion of those additional cholesterol that is stored there. HDL, which is a good cholesterol, can be as high as it should be above 40, but if you have more than 60, it is better for heart. So you should have high HDL, you should have low LDL. Then we have something called as triglyceride. What is this triglyceride? Triglyceride, in simple terms, it is like fat stored in our body, which can be used later. In between the meals, when you feel hungry, if there is a fat stored, the body can use it. Whenever you eat food and excess calories are left, that directly gets converted into triglyceride, which is a fat that can be used later. That's why whenever you continuously eat throughout the day, triglycerides can become really high. But one more important parameter we need to understand, it is called as VLDL, very low density lipoprotein. It's also called as oxidized form of LDL. This is very critical. If you want to give me an analogy of why VLDL is important, let us say you are going in a bike and bike is not in proper condition. So you are extremely careful in driving that because it can lead to accident. Now bike is not in good condition, and let us say that road also is not in good condition. So now the damage or the probability of having a danger or an accident gets multiplied. That's what VLDL does, because it indicates oxidation. Oxidation means when you cut an apple and keep it for some time, it turns brown. Same thing is happening in our body when we eat junk food, when we get too much stressed, when we are continuously eating, right? So VLDL is a very critical parameter. It should be less than 40. If it is more than 40, you need to fix it. But most of the people, when they go for test, they do only these tests. There are some more critical tests which can give very early indication. One is homocysteine. Second is CRP, C-reactive protein, and along with this VLDL. These things can give lot of indication about heart health. So I will cover more in my next video. Thank you.